Hi friends, welcome back. So in this video, I'll be discussing about the interview questions, especially related to test maintenance phase. So I'll be discussing around 10 plus interview questions related to test maintenance in software engineering. So that I'm going to discuss in this video. The first interview question on test maintenance is what is all about software test maintenance. The software test maintenance is nothing but it involves updating the existing test cases or modifying or managing the test artifacts. So test artifacts can be your test plan or your test strategy or your test cases, or it could be test scenarios and so on. Any test artifacts that requires maintenance that we have to require to do, that is a part of software test maintenance. These artifacts we will have to be keep updating as the software is getting changed. When there is a requirement is getting changed or software is getting changed, all these test artifacts will require to be changing as well. That is where the maintenance of software test maintenance is going to come into picture. And why the test maintenance is very important. Why we should maintain our test artifacts? Because if we are not maintaining our test artifacts such as test cases to remain relevant, that is going to help us to detect the right defects as the software evolves. If you are not going to maintain, it becomes redundant. The test cases will become redundant, and those are no more relevant, and they will not be able to find the defects as well. And the next question is, what are the common activities involved in test maintenance? The test maintenance involves, these are some of the activities. One is reviewing and keep updating the test cases and modifying the automated test scripts based on the requirement changes or code changes and so on. And re-executing the test also is involved, because once we modify the test cases, we have to keep re-executing to see whatever we modified that really works or not. And the next one is, once that is done, we have to analyze the test results as well, because we modified it, and we will have to see whether the test results are coming right or wrong. That also we will have to require to validate it. And the next question is, what are the challenges you might be faced in test maintenance project? The various challenges we normally face is with the given huge number of test cases. Especially in the beginning, that should be fine. As the test cases move on from 500 to 1000, 2000, 5000 test cases, then maintenance becomes a huge challenge. And again, coordinating with the multiple teams in updating those test cases also becomes very challenging. And also, especially as we release in new releases, and we also require to be validating the backward compatibility. The software should work for the previous releases as well. Even that situation also, we have to keep updating our test cases for the previous versions as well. That is a big challenge for software test management projects. How do you handle regression testing during maintenance cycles? We have to keep re-executing our existing test cases to ensure recent changes have not adversely affected previously tested functionality. That is the beauty of regression testing. If something is really breaking, then it requires a huge maintenance for regression testing as well, and we'll have to adapt automation tools to streamline the overall process in regression testing to make very effectively, to make more effective, and we give the results very quicker manner. And how do you handle obsolete test cases during maintenance? The obsolete test cases should be reviewed, and either we have to update it to reflect the current functionality, or we should discard or we should retire those test cases, because if it is no longer relevant. How do you ensure that test maintenance does not introduce a new defect? How do you ensure that test maintenance does not introduce new defects? Means what we have to do is, we have to do a thorough testing process, especially while updating the test cases or test scripts. We'll have to do a lot of peer reviews, and we have to identify any gaps or rectify those issues, so that as and when we maintain the test cases, so we'll have to ensure that we are going to take care of all those issues. And how do you encounter resistance to the test maintenance from the development team, and how do you address it? Especially during maintenance, normally the testers also involves, they have to put in a lot of efforts in maintaining the test cases. Sometimes development team may not be interested in doing all those maintenance. Then you can understand, because they are all interested in the new development, new things. When testing team says that I need to maintain the existing test cases, or we have to maintain our existing automation scripts, they may say that is not relevant. But as a tester, we should always emphasize the importance of maintaining the test coverage, and you should demonstrate what is the impact of outdated test on overall quality of the software, and you should collaborate with the development team and various other stakeholders to streamline the what are the different processes involved in the software testing, and you should also accommodate enough effort for maintaining the test cases as well. That is the beauty we should put in forth to get a buy-in from development teams. The next question is, what metrics do you use to measure effectiveness of test maintenance activity? The metrics we may require to be used here is, one is test coverage, and the second one is defect detection rate. For every test execution, how many defects we are able to detect during execution, and how much test execution time is getting involved in measuring this maintenance, and as well as frequency of test failure. If the existing test cases keep failing, not because of the functional issue, it is because of test case issue, then we are not maintaining those test cases properly. That is the measurement we are going to gather from these four matrices. And how do you handle version control of test asset during maintenance? Especially, all our test case should be version controlled, all our test plan should be version controlled, strategies should be version controlled. Otherwise, it is not very easy to track. Especially, we'll have to use GitHub. We should use version systems such as Git enables tracking changes to the various test artifacts, and as well as this is going to help us to collaborate and ensure integrity of test cases during the maintenance phase. So these are some of the important questions they might ask related to test maintenance phase. If you guys really like this video, please click on like button. If you guys are not subscribed, do subscribe to Testing Shala. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now. Take care.